Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday. So, into a weekend in our second jobs, doing some of the other stuff that we got to do for prepping. I thought I'd do a video this morning a little different and probably geared a little bit more to some of the people that are newer to prepping and things like that, but still important for everybody to think of because a lot of the stuff on here I've done and learned from it, things like that. So, what I wanted to talk about today were 10 things that you shouldn't prep. And I'll tell you why, too. Okay. Not just say, oh, you don't need to have this. Because, like I've said to you many times, prepping's an individual thing. If there's no one size fits all for everybody, but there are certain things that nobody should be getting. So, let me kind of get into some of these here. Number one, dented cans. Now, we all go to the grocery store and you're looking through, you're buying your green beans, your ravioli, whatever the hell you get. And there's always cans that have dents in them. And sometimes the stores have, a scratch and dent sale or something like that. Those are fine to eat for your regular day. If you need a can of green beans to make pot roast or something like that this week, hey, go for it. It's going to be fine. But you don't want to put those in your long-term storage because when a can is dented, remember, they're canned with pressure. Okay, so when the can is dented, the pressure's now changed within the can. So that could cause the food in the can to spoil. Or it could also cause that seal to pop over time, which of course causes your food to spoil. So if you're going to buy dented cans and save yourself a couple of bucks, which I'm all for, okay, use that in your regular everyday cooking now. The cans that you put in your storage should be nice, pristine, round cans, no dents. So, okay, first one. Second one, brown sugar. All right, even the LDS Church, okay, Mormons are phenomenal preppers. Even the LDS Church warns against storing brown sugar. Now, brown sugar won't go bad, but it will get hard. And you've all done this before. You go to cook something and you grab your little plastic bag out of your brown sugar out of your pantry and you could, lay bricks with it, okay? If you can break it up, you can still use it. And the way most people will break it up is you throw it in the microwave. But if we're in an SHTF situation, you got no power, okay, I don't think you're going to be throwing it in the microwave because it ain't going to work. And the last thing you want to do is waste precious power out of a generator or something to soften brown sugar. So, and again, if you're trying to make a dessert, pumpkin pie or whatever it is, and it needs, however many cups of brown sugar or whatever, you're not going to be able to measure accurately with those chunks. So I'd say keep a little bit, but nothing more than you normally do. Brown sugar is not a staple in everybody's diet anyway. If you're going to keep sugar, which you should, keep white sugar. Okay. Third one, brown rice. Okay. White rice can last for decades. Put it in a Mylar bag, put it in a 5-gallon bucket, put it in your storage. White rice will last me the rest of my life. No big deal. Okay. But because of the oily layer that brown rice has on it, it's only going to last you for maybe 6 to 12 months. Now, don't store tons of it, but if you eat brown rice and everything like that, just make sure you're rotating it. But don't have it in your long-term stockpile. That's not going to last. So again, 5-gallon buckets full of brown rice, not the idea to do. Have a few bags, rotate it through, and you'll be fine. Okay. Numero cuatro. Ammunition in calibers for guns that you don't have. I'm sorry, but this is one of the biggest jokes I hear in prepping all the time is people are going to go out and pick up weaponry off the ground from people that are fallen. So, hey, I might pick up an AK out there somewhere. So, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of 7.62 rounds. Okay, you're an AR guy. Why in the world would you go out and buy a bunch of 7.62 rounds on the off chance that you're going to find an AK when you're an AR guy? Just use the same money and buy more AR rounds, okay? You don't need to buy rounds for weapons that you don't have. Even if you're thinking, for barter or whatever it would be. No, okay, that's just a waste. Whole wheat flour. This one kind of goes the same as brown rice. Whole wheat flour doesn't last as long as white flour, and again, due to its higher fat content. Okay. If you prefer whole wheat flour, look into getting a hand mill and wheat berries, because the wheat berries will last a whole lot longer than wheat flour was. And you just grind your own. Not easy, but you can grind your own. In an SHTF scenario, I seriously doubt you're going to be concerned about your diet. Now, however, if you're on, medical issues or whatever, sure, I get it. But if you're stuck to eating whole wheat flour, get yourself wheat berries and a mill. Okay, that's the difference. Don't try to save the flour; it won't last. Again, 6 to 12 months is all it's good for. Number 6, cigarettes. Guys, as an ex-smoker, I smoked for 30 years. Cigarettes go stale, and they taste nasty when they're stale, okay? Plus, they can get wet, and then they're completely ruined, all right? They're also extremely expensive, okay? Why would you spend $100 on a prep that is going to go stale, especially if you're thinking, hey, I'll use this for barter, okay? Spend the $100 on the things that you think you might trade it for now and store those rather than $100 on a carton of cigarettes. Okay, God knows where you are, if you're in Boston or whatever it is. I mean, hell, I remember 10 years ago, a pack of cigarettes was $9 or something like that. Who knows what they cost now? Okay, don't worry about saving cigarettes. It's a waste of money. If you are a smoker, learn to grow tobacco. I mean, granted, you're not going to have your little roller, and the white papers and everything like that. You're going to have what looks like a backwoods smoke. You're just going to be rolling a tobacco leaf or whatever it is. But don't bother trying to save cigarettes. That's just not going to work. Number 7, granola. Granola is great for your bug out bag, provided you rotate it. I've told you guys many times, make sure you go through your bug out bag at least with the change of the seasons and put in season appropriate stuff and rotate your food in there, okay? But granola only lasts about 6 months, guys, so storing a lot of it is a waste of money. If you like it, keep it on hand, keep it in the pantry, buy a couple extra boxes, you're fine. But, a ton of it, no. Liquid bleach. A lot of people talk about saving bleach, and bleach is a good thing to save, but liquid bleach is not. Okay, liquid bleach loses its potency by about 20% every 6 months it's sitting on the shelf. So in 2.5 years or whatever thereabouts, you've got something that's basically useless to you up there. Now, I know you save chlorine products for dehydrating water purification, or certainly for sanitation, and absolutely get that. But rather than buy liquid bleach, get bleach tablets or get Pool Shock. It'll last a whole lot longer, okay? And it's a lot cheaper too. Number 9, junk. Seriously, all right? And like I said at the beginning, I can't tell you how many times I've done this. I'll say to myself, I'll save this because I might use it sometime in the future. I might need it for something. Okay, it's a hard habit to break, but unless you've got a ton of space and some sort of great inventory system, can remember where you put that broken flashlight because the light bulb might still be good in it. Pitch it. Okay. Take whatever parts you can adequately store and keep organized, from whatever's broken, and pitch the rest. Sure, nuts, bolts, nails, wire, everything like that. Those are all great things to save. Not saying don't. But you don't need to keep the broken mop handle or the kid's, the whole little trike's tricycle that your kid outgrew. Take the parts out of it that you want, pitch the rest. Okay? It's just, we're not trying to turn into Sanford and Son here and have, a junkyard all over the front yard. Number 10, this is one every single one of us collects, and we need to stop immediately. And that is excuses. I don't have the money, I don't have the space, I don't have the time. Trust me, you can find the money, you can find the space, and you can find the time. The last thing you want to do is get into a SHTF situation when instead of saying, I don't have this, you're going, why didn't I do that? Have a good Saturday. Think about your prepping. Pinball out.